Hey, welcome to One Word Suggestion. I'm your host, Aaron Thompson, and this week's word is mindfulness.
For inspiration, can I please get a one-word suggestion?
One word suggestion.
One word suggestion.
One word suggestion.
Welcome to the podcast. Most people think improv is just for comedy, but really it's a tool for life. And in each 3-minute episode of this series, I use a single word suggested by you as a leaping off point to explore how having an improvisational mindset will help you perform at a higher level, both personally and professionally, no matter whether you have a career on or off the stage. This week's word, mindfulness, was suggested by Camille. Take a second and look up from whatever you're doing right now. Is everyone else around you staring down at their phones? Were you? Unless everyone is using Headspace or one of the many other meditation apps, chances are they're being anything but mindful. More likely, they are all filling their brains with clickbait headlines, pictures of people showing off the glossiest version of their lives, and an endless scroll of meaninglessness. There's more computing power in most phones today than was used to run the Apollo 11 mission to the moon. And what do we use that awesome power for? Leveling up on Candy Crush and willfully ignoring the world around us and ourselves. People have become so preoccupied with their phones that they not only become less mindful, they become dangerously mindless, easily manipulated by algorithms and fake news, and so lost in their heads that they can't even drive or walk across the street safely. Pedestrian deaths are on the rise, and cities are now installing street-level red lights at intersections so people who can't seem to look up can see indicators down by their feet that say, stop. So you could argue that our collective mindfulness is at an all-time low. And as powerful and amazing as your shiny new phone may be, the truly amazing computer, and the one we all need to start paying more attention to, is the one between our ears. According to Robin Sharma, who wrote The 5 a.m. Club, phones are costing us our fortune. We need to get away from the world if we want to change it, or even just change ourselves. Part of the problem is that most people have not yet learned to be comfortable with themselves, or with silence, because it's in the quiet moments when you start to realize what's going on in your mind. And for many people, this can be very confronting. So they numb out with a TV that's always on in the background at home, or the radio in the car, and by staring at their phones everywhere else. But here's the thing. The present moment is where everything happens. The past and future only exist as noise that should for the most part be tuned out. So how do you fight the algorithms of phone apps and social media that have been specifically designed to steal your energy and life force? Learning to get comfortable with silence and quiet our minds is the key. And meditation can help, walks in nature can help, long showers can help. In fact, lots of things besides turning off your phone can help, including improv. One of the many great skills improv training gives you is becoming consciously aware of thoughts, feelings, and environments. And not just your own, everyone's. Improv also teaches you that if you ever get stuck in life or on stage, all you have to do is connect to the present moment and the people around you, and the answers will come. In previous episodes, I spoke about focus and editing, which also have a role to play in mindfulness. So I invite you to check out those episodes if you haven't already. And in the meantime, I'll leave you with this little trick I learned from a monk who taught me it's possible to practice a little bit of mindfulness every day. The goal is to start small and eventually train yourself to be conscious of every decision and action you make. Being in the present moment is the key, and the trick involves identifying a task, something you do frequently that's not on a phone or a computer, and treating it as a mini mindful meditation. The only job is to do the job with complete focus and without letting any other thoughts or distractions get in the way. For me, it's doing the dishes. So whenever I'm standing at the sink, soapy sponge in hand, and my thoughts are running wild, I ask myself, are you doing the dishes or are you doing the dishes? So that's my take on mindfulness. Thanks for the great suggestion, Camille. If you want to suggest a word for next week or add your perspective, drop me a note in the comments or in a review. I'm making one of these every week for a year, so please do subscribe, like, share, and all that jazz. And in the meantime, if you're interested in improv for personal growth, professional achievement, or just for fun, my suggestion is get yourself into an improv class or book a corporate training workshop for your team. You can learn all about LMA's programs at www.lma.training. Thanks for listening. One Word Suggestion is brought to you by LMA Professional Development. Please visit us at www.lma.training for more info.